everybody, and welcome back to my channel. First things first, can we have a moment of appreciation for the shirt? I got this at Target like a year ago and I'm obsessed with it, and I don't feel like I've worn it on camera before, so today is the day that we're changing that. But anyway, today's video is going to be a good old-fashioned favorites video. This is my July favorites, but also my June favorites. There's quite a few things that I want to share with you because I didn't do a June favorites last month, so I've accumulated quite a few new good things and I want to share them with you. I have shared a few of these on TikTok, particularly the skincare portion of these, so make sure you check that out, or maybe you have already and you kind of have an idea of what is to come. But in any case, please follow me there. I love posting on TikTok now. I love short form content. I feel like I've been saying this in my past few videos, but I'm an avid TikTok consumer and I still love YouTube. Like, sitting down filming these YouTube videos is still like one of my favorite things ever to do, but there's something fun about short form content that's just like fun and like gratifying and just like very satisfying to watch. Anyway, I feel like my hair is a hot mess. I don't know, this one baby hair does not know where to go. Anywho, sorry for being so rambly. This is a favorites video. If you guys want to see all of my favorites I have been loving over the past month or so, don't forget to please subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell so you know when I post, and without further ado, let's go ahead and get on into the video. So I have a mix of old and new favorites here, and there's quite a few things, so let's go ahead and just dive right in. Let's start with makeup, shall we? I have re-fallen in love with this foundation. To be honest, I don't know if they even still make this foundation. I really hope they do, because it's such a beautiful medium coverage foundation, so underrated. I actually bought this, I don't want to admit it, but I bought this like almost 4 years ago at this point, and I feel like all of my videos I talk about old makeup, but I really just am a firm believer of like waste not, want not. It doesn't smell expired. It is fragranced, I will say, but it smells perfumey. It doesn't smell like fragrance, isn't like an odor, like it's gone bad. This is the Catrice All Matte Plus Shine Control Makeup, mattifying, long lasting, and oil free. This is in the shade 040 Sun Beige. This is a foundation, and the reason why I started picking this up again was because it is my summer shade. Like, I would not be able to wear this in the winter time. Like, I've only started really being able to wear this in the past couple of months when I've been really tan, and I haven't worn self tanner. Like, really, I'm just tan from, I'll show you my legs even. I'm tan from being in the sun. Like, I just am out in the sun, I'm walking my dog, I'm doing outdoorsy things, so I'm getting my vitamin D, that's for sure. And even though it's hot, it's definitely a bonus and I love it, and I encourage you all to get some sun every day. It's great for you and it feels so good. It just does so much good stuff for your physical and mental health, emotional well-being. Anywho, but make sure you wear your SPF. Make sure you wear your SPF, at least on your face. This is such a good foundation. It lasts up to 18 hours, it claims. It's a long-lasting shine control makeup with light reflecting pigments for a satin matte finish, hydrating, oil-free, dermatologically tested. And I do agree it's a satin matte finish. I use about 3 pumps of this and I get a medium to full coverage. I don't like to use more than 2 to 3 pumps of foundation, if they're like standard size pumps, obviously, but this is a good pump. It's like a glass bottle pump, and I had bought this on the website, I think like for under $10, maybe even $5. I think they had a big sale on Catrice.com, but Catrice is kind of like Essence. I feel like they just make really great affordable makeup, like even more affordable than your mainstream drugstore brands. It is shine control, but it's not super mattifying. It really is a satin matte finish. This is a great option. It's not heavy on the skin. It just feels very nice and lightweight, but it still gives you enough coverage. Speaking of complexion products, I need to talk about these 2 concealers right here. This first one is the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop Contour Concealer. I love this formula, point blank period. I just love the wand. I really love the foundation version of this, but I stopped using mine because the pump broke, so I couldn't use it, which is really unfortunate. But this claims it lasts up to 24 hours, and I just love the doe foot applicator. Like, you can see it's a triangle, and it deposits the right amount of pigment right away. Like, there's something so satisfying about watching concealer go on, and it's like one swipe and you get like that nice kind of opaque coverage. I really do enjoy this concealer, not only because of the consistency and how lightweight it is, but how creamy and how much it blends. Like, I would also get this in other shades as well. For a spot concealer, I think this is one of the concealers that works for a variety of different purposes, whether you want to contour, whether you want a spot concealer, whether you want to highlight. This is a great formula, and I definitely would get more colors, but I have this in the shade Light Ivory. I got this kind of like as a fluke, honestly. Like, you can see how full coverage this blends out, and it's opaque, but it's not sticky. You can move it around really nicely and blend it in, but it sets beautifully. And I kind of got this as a fluke because I think like when I bought this, Light Ivory was the only one in stock, and I was like, oh, that's a little bit too light for me. But honestly, I love it. This is my lightest shade of concealer, and as you guys have been seeing, if you watched my past video, I've been really loving a really bright under eye. I feel like that's kind of like a big trend right now. It's kind of really like over highlighting the center of your face, at least with matte products, and I always do that on the daily when I apply makeup using a brightening banana powder. And I do highlight under my eyes, but it would always just be like one skin tone like lighter than my base. But this is what I have on my under eyes today, and you can see kind of it brings the center of my face forward. It is very bright when it goes on, but when you blend it out, if you guys watch my last video, you'll see me blend it out. It's really a trust the process kind of moment, and it works out really, really beautifully. And I just love the finish. It is a matte finish, but it's not bone dry. I just think it's so beautiful, and there's something so satisfying about like a bright under eye. It just makes you feel more pulled together. It makes you look more awake, obviously, but it just makes me feel good. So definitely check this formula out if you haven't already. And then the other concealer I have been using like crazy, also probably because it's summertime and this is my darkest shade of, well, no, I have one shade that's darker than this, but I don't even use that for a concealer. This is the Essence Camouflage Plus Matte Concealer, and it claims it's waterproof, tattoo covering, and I have the shade Golden Toffee. And honestly, the reason why I got this, because I know it's too dark for me on a normal basis, is because they only have like 5 or 6 shades. Like, Essence, do better with your shade range. Please come out with more concealers. I like, between this one and the step above, this one I think was the only one either that was in stock, or the one above it was a little bit too light. So if they had come out with one that was in the middle, I would for sure be like, that was my shade. But in the summertime, it works out pretty nicely. And I also love the consistency of this as well. Like, it is a little bit more liquidy than the NYX one. This is a little bit thicker, a little bit creamier. This is a little bit more liquidy, but it blends out so nicely. It is a matte finish. It's what I use to spot conceal today. If you guys watched my last video, you know that I typically like to apply, especially these two concealers at the same time, meaning I'll do this to highlight and then this to spot conceal, and then I'll blend it all in at the same time, because that way I can kind of marry the two colors together on the face, like instead of just focusing solely on the region, and it makes everything look more even instead of like, okay, it's a harsh like plotch of white right here, it's a harsh plotch of like harsh splotch of like darker tan right here. So I apply it and then I blend it out all together, and it just makes it look very seamless, and it's what I have on my face right now. And this is such a good formula. I just want them to come out with more shades, because I feel like if they did, it would be a hit, because these are both very affordable. This one is even more affordable. This is like $4, but I absolutely love this formula. It's really, really good, and I love that it's waterproof. You guys saw me fall in love with these lashes in my last video, and granted, I've only worn them once in that video, but that's all I needed. It was really love at first sight, and I want to give these a shout out. This is the Ardell. This is the Ardell. It's not the Ardell. Ardell's not making makeup, at least right now. Who's to say that she wouldn't in the future? But anyway, these are the Ardell Naked Lashes in the style 433. What they look like right here. If you guys want to see me apply them and what they look like on, check out my last video. I will link that above and below. But these are the most beautiful falsies. They're so natural. They're very, very wispy, and they just look so good. How beautiful do these look? They're like a little bit thinner in the middle and then kind of thicker as they taper out towards the end, which is the kind of subtle drama I feel is so complimentary for your eyes. And what I really, really love about these is that you can wear them without eyeliner. And I know that's like a weird thing, but for me, for my eyes personally, I feel like the way they're shaped, I always have to apply like a thick black eyeliner, or maybe not even a thick liner, but a black dark eyeliner in order to put on falsies, because I feel like otherwise they're way too obvious on my lashes. Now, I will say I did go in with black shadow, so I know you might think like, oh, that's the same thing. So it's a step above, it's a step of progress for me personally. But in general, the band is so flexible, it's so malleable. It's kind of a dark band in and of itself, but what I like doing, as you saw in my last video, apply like a thin liner of black eyeliner directly on the lash band, so that way when it goes on your lashes, and this goes for like clear band lashes, whatever, you don't see that reflection. You know, sometimes you can kind of see that reflection of like a thin clear band when it's on your eye when you're looking down. You don't get that when you line it first. So just another tip, but these are so beautiful. They're so lightweight. I had them on when I went to my family barbecue in Santa Barbara for hours and hours and hours throughout the entire afternoon, the entire evening. I fell asleep in them in the car ride home, and they're so comfortable. Like, I did not feel like I needed to go home and just like rip my lashes off, which I love, and that's not very common with a lot of falsies. So definitely check these out. I definitely look forward to checking out more of the Naked Lash range. So I have 2 setting sprays I want to give a shout out to. right here. The first one is the Morphe Coconut Bliss Continuous Setting Mist. I am wearing this on my face right now. This is basically the same thing as their regular Continuous Setting Mist, which I've bought over and over and over and over and over again. And I want to buy the bigger version, but it's always sold out. So, you know, I just need to wait till that comes back in stock. But I was in store, like I was shopping in Ulta, and I saw this and I was like, oh my gosh, this is perfect. I love coconut. I don't love coconut oil, but I love coconut, like the scent, like the essence, you know. And so the coconut version for summer, it was like perfect. Sign me up. It's still that nice kind of like radiant continuous setting mist that they're known for, but it's got a nice subtle coconut scent. And honestly, that is the only difference. It still leaves your face looking glowy, looking beautiful, looking set and refreshed, but it's just got a nice coconut scent. What more can I say? Now this setting spray is a game changer, and I got so many compliments. So first of all, just a little story for you. I was at a work conference. It's kind of like a conference, but it was like a big kind of thing that we were having at our office here in LA, and a lot of people were flying in. It was 2 days full for me of interacting with people, some of whom I had never even met before because working remotely with the pandemic. Some of them flew in from other parts of the country. Just a lot of meeting and interacting with people, and also we're required to wear masks when we're on campus, on site. So I had to wear masks the entire time, and it's in Calabasas, so we're sweating. It's so hot, like especially like outside in the lunch area, like we were just under a tent and there were fans, but it was so freaking hot. And multiple people throughout the day, I wore the setting spray on both days, multiple people came up to me and said, have you touched up your makeup? Your makeup looks so good. What products are you using? How does your makeup still look perfect under the mask? It'd be like late afternoon, and I would have already been there all day. And that to me was like the greatest compliment, because I actually also did a whole TikTok and I did videos on like kind of my three different products that I feel like are a must to kind of keep your makeup in check. And that is a gripping primer, a good setting spray that you set down with a puff to really press into your skin, and a good long wearing setting spray. And this is my latest long wear setting spray, or one of them, but this is the OneSize Until Dawn Mattifying Waterproof Setting Spray. And I hauled this in my spring Sephora VIB sale haul, and this is no joke. It's waterproof, sweatproof, transfer-proof, 16-hour mattifying setting spray, sets your makeup with next level hold, but it's non-sticky. It's non-sticky, and that is a big difference. It's not one of those setting sprays like the Cover FX high performance setting spray where you spray it on your face and you like feel it kind of like tightening. Like this almost feels invisible almost, where I think in my first video I applied it and I was like, I don't even feel it. Like you barely feel it. Like it's a nice kind of like aerosol mist, but it feels like nothing. Like I'm literally going like this. I can't feel anything like on my face. It doesn't feel moist. It doesn't feel wet. And that can throw you off at first because you're like, is anything even coming out of here? But trust me, it is. It just kind of feels like cold air kind of being blown out, because I think it is an aerosol. It is flammable, so be careful. But this really does set your makeup down. It's not going to give you that radiance. It's just going to give you that nice long wear makeup. So especially in the summer, this is such a good setting spray when you're outside, when you're wearing a mask, when you want your makeup to look good. Because I swear I did not touch up my makeup, and all day it still looked good, on and off mask, eating, whatever, because of the setting spray. Trust and believe. Other people noticed it. They brought it to my attention, and I was like, this is it. I know this is the game changer. Let's talk about a few skincare products. The most random of all is something that I love. I love this packaging because it's soft touch and it makes me happy. This is the EOS Shea Better Shave Cream 24-Hour Moisture. This is like the first like real shave cream I've owned. I've owned like shave gels before, whatever, you don't care. But I love EOS because they've got like cute little lip balms, and honestly, I have stanned their lip balms for the longest time. But I stopped using them for a while because they weren't cruelty-free. However, now they are cruelty-free again, which is awesome news. I just love this packaging. It's just such a good product. It's a shave cream, and I use it, you know, you can use it wherever you shave your legs. You can use it wet or dry. This is the lavender scent, and they've got a lot of different other scents. I think they've got vanilla, 24-hour hydration, cruelty-free, paraben-free. It's got aloe, and this really does work. It makes shaving a whole lot easier, especially even including your sensitive areas. But I love the application. I love the packaging. I honestly don't have anything negative to say about this product. I mean, just a tip from me to you, not that you would care, but if you use this in the shower, and you know, obviously it gets wet, like wait till this dries, like leave the cap off, wait till it dries before you put it back on. Otherwise it'll get mold because you're trapping that moisture in there. Just saying. So I always like to do that. But other than that, this is great. I love the pump. It's so even. I love a good even pump. It's very satisfying. But I love the product. The cream is thick. And it does a great job, and it's so affordable. I think I got this for like $3 at Target. So definitely, if you're in the market for a shaving cream, try out EOS. I love the packaging, love the formula, love that it's cruelty free. It's honestly so good, and the price is right. Speaking of prices right, this is a new toner to me. This is the e.l.f. Pure Skin Dermatologist developed toner with oat milk, aloe juice, and niacinamide, and honestly all of the ingredients I could ask for. Like oat milk, like I love oat milk. I've never had it in skincare, but it does feel soothing, very calming. And e.l.f. I feel like has been doing a lot of rebrands with their skincare products, and I want to try them all. I love their packaging, I love their formulas, I love their marketing, and e.l.f. is really stepping it up. This was still very, very affordable. It's non-comedogenic, non-drying, fragrance-free, cruelty-free, and I apply it onto a cotton ball and sweep it across my face. And I wanted to buy this because I do love the Kylie Skin vanilla milk toner, but I always love trying new skincare products, and I was in the market for another calming toner. I wasn't looking for like an acid toner or a surfacing toner, an exfoliating toner. I was looking for something that would just soothe the skin and give your skin a little bit of an extra deep clean after you wash it. So this is great. I've been loving it so far. It's very, very gentle. I love that it has aloe and niacinamide because that's great for, you know, oily skin. It's great for oil production. It's great for dark spots. So it's got a lot of good kind of benefits in here without being way too much. And literally the top 3 ingredients are water, aloe, glycerin, and niacinamide. And that typically means they're the highest concentrated, you know, products in the formula. So I love this. Definitely check it out. It's a great formula. I think I have found my new favorite sunscreen of all time. That's saying a lot because I feel like all the time I'm getting on here being like, this is my new favorite sunscreen. I love this sunscreen, blah, blah, blah. But no, this is literally taking the cake. First of all, this packaging is beautiful. I love a seafoam green. It is my favorite color. And I mean, I will say I do love how thin it is, and I love the pump. It's very unique. The pump can be a little bit tricky, so that's my only con. Sometimes it takes a few tries to get the product out of there. I don't know if it's because of the design, but other than that, I have no complaints about the sunscreen. This is the Hero Cosmetics Force Shield Super Light Sunscreen, Broad Spectrum SPF 30, and I wear sunscreen every single day. Sunscreen is my morning moisturizer day in and day out. It says it's literally designed for acne-prone skin. It's ultra breathable, mineral SPF, airy light, sheer, and weightless. Bonus, the green tint visibly balances redness, which I love. Like, if you're doing a 2-in-1, like green does counteract redness. So if you're like me and you have a couple dark spots, you have a couple like acne marks, acne in general, this is gonna not cover them obviously, but it's gonna help counteract that redness. And I just love it. I love the packaging. I love that it's a mineral SPF. I love that it's so lightweight on the skin. And I love that it's got that little bit of a green tint. I'll show you right now. So right here, see? It comes out green, but it balances kind of like that red tint, and then it just kind of seeps into your skin. Doesn't leave a white cast. It's so breathable. Like, oh my God. I love this sunscreen. I literally recommend this to everybody now who's asking me for a sunscreen. I feel like my search is over. I will definitely repurchase this. It's amazing. Okay, I don't have to stay here long because I feel like I've talked about 4-3 Beauty face milks before, but I just picked up these 2 new scents recently. This is in the scent Matcha and the scent Watermelon. First of all, I am loving that it's in a glass bottle. It feels more luxurious. Previously, I think they were in plastic bottles, and these are a little bit bigger than before, or maybe they're just a little bit rounder, but I love Watermelon for the summertime. It just smells so good. I love 4-3 Beauty in general. These are what I use every other day as my moisturizer, and as somebody with oily skin, I use it as my sole moisturizer. I don't need to layer moisturizer on top, but if you have drier skin, you can kind of use this as like a hydrating serum underneath your moisturizer. So that's what I really love about these face milks, is that you can kind of customize the use based on what suits your skin needs. And then Matcha is such a good scent. Like, I've tried a few of these, and God, matcha smells so good. Even if you don't like drinking matcha, it doesn't smell like grass. It's very, very delightful. I don't know how to explain it. It's very lightweight. The scent is very light. It's not in your face, and I feel like it's so perfectly fitting for the kind of products these are. So definitely check out these face milks. There are a variety of different benefits depending on which face milk you choose. So depending on, you know, your skin needs, like there's going to be a face milk for you, and they're just great, like comforting little drops of moisture. Like at the end of the day, it's nice. All right, we've got 3 more products. Another one is a serum, and I have fallen in love with this serum. This is a Mad Hippie Vitamin C Serum with cognac root, ferulic, and hyaluronic acids. Now, this is a stable vitamin C, an antioxidant blend that brightens and smooths the appearance of the skin. And I like a vitamin C because it helps brighten your skin. Like, that's one of the main ingredients that will help brighten your skin. And I feel like I've seen a difference with this. I love the consistency. 1 drop honestly goes so far. You can just put it on your face, and I love to do this in the morning, kind of do one drop, rub it in all over, and then I'll gua sha my face, and I love the way the gua sha glides on my skin with this. It's so nice. You do it after you cleanse your skin in the morning. They recommend that you use vitamin C in the morning because it's an antioxidant, but always going with sunscreen, you know, and I love that it has hyaluronic acid to help keep your skin hydrated. Matte Hippie has such good formulas. You can find Matte Hippie at Ulta, and I'm loving this so far, and there have been vitamin C's that I've tried that have broken me out, but this has not, and I just love the results that I see with this. This is the Yerba Mate Wake Up Eye Gel by Good Molecules, and I think I saw this kind of going viral on TikTok a few months ago. It's $6. Good Molecules is a brand that you can find at Ulta, and it's like right up my alley because it's one of those ones that's like affordable but cruelty free and just kind of a little bit underrated. So I'm just very intrigued, and I want to try a few more of their other products. I think they make like more concentrated formulas. So this is an eye gel, and you can see it right here. This is what it looks like. Be careful with the packaging though, because a lot can kind of like come out at once. But I apply this in the morning just because I feel like it's so lightweight and so cooling underneath the eyes, and it just feels really nice. Like even me applying it on my hand right now, it just feels so nice. It's formulated to help revitalize and energize the eye area. I think there's caffeine in here, which helps like depuff and brighten. It just feels really good, and the price is right, and I love that you can kind of just do a little tiny pea-sized amount, pat it into your eyes, and it'll just like sink in and revitalize the area and make you feel more awake. Last but not least, this has been something that I've heard so many people talk about, but I never really thought that it would apply to me, and then joke's on me because I realized I have these little bumps on my arm, and now it's like gotten much better since using this, but they're tiny little bumps, and apparently it's called keratosis pilaris, I don't really know, but this is like the hero product I think that a lot of people talk about to help with that. This is by First Aid Beauty, my favorite skincare brand of all time, or at least one of them. This is the KP Bump Eraser Body Scrub with 10% AHA, safe for sensitive skin, but it's only to be used on your body. Do not use this on your face. It's going to be way too harsh. This is great for helping with those little bumps on your skin. It just gives it like a nice kind of deep exfoliation. So I basically just apply this on my arm where I have little bumps, and then I'll like rub it in and just kind of give it a good little scrub for a few seconds, rinse it off, and it's just great. This is the small version. I wanted to buy the travel size before I bought the full size, and I would repurchase this, but I probably only would need to buy the small size at a time because I don't do this every single time I shower, and I don't use a lot at all. Like a little bit goes such a long way. It's literally just like a nice body scrub. It's not the kind of body scrub like a tree hut scrub that you use like, you know, for funsies and for like the vibes and the scent and the experience. Like this is literally just to get rid of those bumps, but it works. All right, everybody. I feel like I've been talking for so long, but that wraps up this video. Thank you so much for watching and for listening to me ramble on about my favorites. I had quite a bit of things to share with you, and I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope this was helpful. Let me know in the comments below what you've been loving recently, and I would love to check it out. Like, let me know if you've tried any of these products. I always love hearing from you. But yeah, thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up, please. If you love favorites videos, if you love beauty content on YouTube still, let me know, and I will see you in my next video. Mwah.